Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Swansboro where the whole community is banding together to collect food for military families in need. With uncertainty surrounding SNAP benefits, town officials are asking residents to donate non-perishable food items. Donations will be given to Onslow Community Outreach in Jacksonville for distribution to military families. Now, C.J. Crooks, the executive director of Onslow Community Outreach, said, quote, Swansboro City Council has asked that we try to really look for those who are military connected, either active duty, retired, or GS workers, and focus the food distribution from that collection to those individuals, end quote. Now, Mayor William Justice said the goal is to find a way to help the community during the shutdown. Justice said, quote, we are a small town, but we want to help where we can with the limited resources that we have. There are a lot of food drives going on around town. A lot of churches and a couple of businesses are doing it. If we can all chip in together and coordinate, we'll be able to benefit our community, end quote. Now, while the current drive is focused on Swansboro residents and military families, Onslow Community Outreach will not turn anyone away as long as supplies last. Now, donations can be dropped off at Swansboro Town Hall through November 14th. Onslow Community Outreach distributes food every Thursday at 10 a.m. And to bring you up to speed on a story that many have been following across the country, the last of the escaped monkeys has been captured. Here again is video of the last monkey that was in Vosburg, Virginia. The third and final monkey again turned up on Wednesday. Now, you can see the monkey in this video sitting on the fence and just kind of looking around. Now, the homeowner who shot the video says she spotted the animal and neighbors called 911. Now, Prelabs LLC, the owner of the monkeys, responded to capture it. So there it is, the last of the monkeys, all caught and captured and accounted for. Well, that brings us, of course, to your weather forecast. We've got our eyes on our next system that's going to be arriving over the weekend, but the first of the system really isn't the one that's really going to bring any sort of concern. It's kind of a weak one. One behind it is certainly showing more potential for more impact. Here's a look again. You can kind of see that swirl over the intersection corner between South Dakota, North Dakota, and Minnesota. That is where our next low pressure system is. You can see the cold front stretching across Rapid City, South Dakota, and that's going to be with us coming up late, I would say Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Doesn't look like we're going to see much out of that system, though. Maybe a little bit of a wind shift, but the stronger system will be rolling through late Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening. For the rest of today, we're looking at sunny skies. This is a view through our PGV cam. 66 degrees in Greenville, northerly wind at 5 miles an hour, and dew points down in the mid-30s. As far as your air temperatures go, we've kind of hit our max for the day. This is it. Enjoy it. Soak it up. We're going to be getting warmer, though, coming up for tomorrow. So if the mid to upper 60s really didn't do it for you today, not to worry. We've got more heat on the way for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In fact, Sunday we could be approaching the 80-degree mark, mostly because winds will no longer be blowing out of the northeast. We'll see winds out of the south-southwest by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. So today's coolant, the current winds you're seeing, that's going away later on tonight. That will lead us again to a warmer day tomorrow. May still start out with a east to southeasterly breeze tomorrow morning. But as we head into tomorrow afternoon, again, southerly to southwesterly winds in play. There you can see off in the top of your screen our first of the cold fronts that will be approaching us this weekend. Again, this is the one that's really not all that impressive, but you're seeing that other one in northern Montana. That is the one that's going to be bringing down quite a bit of that cold, frigid Canadian air, not only to eastern North Carolina, but pretty much the entirety of the southeastern United States. All that cold air is going to butt up right against the Gulf Coast and then swing its way into eastern North Carolina. Here's kind of an animation of how that's all going to play out. There you can see again that cold air really digging south. Notice that gray kind of touching the Gulf Coast of Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. From there, that cold air swings up and around the mountains and into eastern North Carolina, coming up for your Monday night, Tuesday morning, and Tuesday. We will start to warm up as we head through next week, but it's not really going to be getting quite as toasty as where we'll be this weekend. For this evening, cool, but not like what we'll see next week. 48 degrees by 11 turns to the low 40s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Low 50s from there, turn to the low 50s at 9 a.m., turn to the low 60s by 11 a.m., and well, then we're into the low 70s in the afternoon, and that's where we will again reach our max temperature for the day, right around 71, maybe 72 degrees tomorrow afternoon. And on Saturday, looking at the mid-70s, right around 75 degrees, perhaps seeing a stray coastal shower or two. Then on Sunday, more rain shows up, really tail end of Sunday into Sunday night, and air temperatures reaching near 80 degrees on Sunday will crash all the way down to the low 50s by Monday. We're looking right now at a 28-degree drop from Sunday into Monday. That is substantial. A strong cold front is any front where you see air temperatures drop about, I would say, 15 degrees. That's substantial. So this at over 25 degrees is a big one. But with that said, it does look like the biggest impact we will feel will likely be the widespread freeze across many inland areas early Tuesday morning. That's why Monday night into Tuesday is highlighted in red for first alert weather day status. We will warm up through next week, going from the, again, low 30s, freezing early Tuesday morning, back into the low 60s to mid 60s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. Now, granted, that's not what we're going to be seeing this weekend, so if you're a warm weather fan, try to soak up that heat on both Saturday and Sunday. If you're looking forward to a little bit more of a chill, and maybe you're just done with mosquitoes for the season, I know you're probably looking forward to Monday night and Tuesday morning, as that should do some damage to the mosquito population across eastern North Carolina. Always got to look at that cup being half full. Hopefully half full of dead mosquitoes. Anyways, that's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Thursday.